Hello and welcome to another tutorial from LR Graphics and Web. I'm Levi Russell. Today you're going to learn how to make this signature. First, you want to start off by grabbing your focal. This is the person I chose for this specific signature. This is what it looked like before it was resized and managed so that it can fit into this picture. So basically, you're going to take the picture, erase whatever you don't want. So that was basically everything on the outside of this person. And then resize it by doing Control T. And then as you're doing it, this will pop up. You hold Shift and then you drag the corner to keep it from distorting. Now after you do that, you're going to add a C4D to add some depth and also make it look better. Duplicate your focal and set it to multiply, or just duplicate it, and add another C4D right in front of it. Do some color lighting, and also in the background do some color lighting. Add the same, so far it's the same C4D every time. Just take the same one, duplicate it several times over and just use it over and over again. Resize it, erase, do whatever. On this layer right here, basically you take a nice soft brush with the brush tool. 100 pixels should do it. To select your size, first you need to select the brush tool, which is over here, and then you need to right click and either select your size this way, which can make it easier, or you can just select a preset one. And after you do that, you just brush it in. And do that again on another new layer. And keep adding like lighting and darkness to make your picture really stand out. As you can see, some small tweaks can really do things. Here I added some very, very, very small soft brushing dots. You can do that in the brushing settings, which in Photoshop CS3 it'd be here, and then you do scattering and any other type of settings you want to set up on. Then you brush it in, set it on a filter or setting you'd like to make it go with the picture. My first two I set on color dodge and linear dodge. I enhance the lighting by just brushing the same color on the edges of where the light is and set it to color dodge. I did it again here, just right there. And then to do angled strokes, first you have to do layer, new layer, or Control Shift N, and then do image, apply image. After that's done, you go to filter, brush strokes, angled strokes, and I'll basically give like your signature an angled brush stroke feeling to it. You set it to any type of setting you feel makes it look better. On this one, I set it to color dodge and I lowered the fill percentage. And I erased what I didn't like. But before you do any of the erasing, duplicate your layer so that you can reuse it if you want to, as I did here. That one's set on lighten, as is that one. Then I added a nice gradient map, a black and white one on luminosity, a purple orange one on color dodge, and a purple, green, and orange one on screen. Then I sharpened the focal up. You do a new layer, Control Shift N, or layered new layer, and then image, apply image. After you apply the image, you go to filter, sharpen, sharpen. erase or just lower the opacity, but in this specific one I erased the areas where I didn't want it sharpened, but then I also lowered the opacity to make it so that the area that is sharpened isn't so sharp. Then I made a new layer, I did an image apply image, and I just flipped it. So you do Control T and you'd right click inside the canvas and it'd give you the option for flipping it horizontally, vertically, or in a counterclockwise fashion. On this layer, I took the burn, dodge, and blur tool, which can be found here. This is the blur tool, and in here is the burn and dodge. Then I add an exposure and then a color balance. These two settings I don't show because each set it's different all the time. So showing the settings I chose wouldn't really be beneficial for you. But this is what I aim for. Usually I aim for only these two. Sometimes I use the top one. The color balance is totally up to you. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget, visit my site. I update it all the time. That's levirussell.com. Thank you for watching.